Hello and welcome to the daily Forex report for April 24th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair moved to the upside, did break previous session's low, but did close higher. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 81.95, possibly as low as 80.55. Look for some resistance around 81.75 and look for some support around 80.75. Now the Euro-USD pair closed higher. Overall, still moving sideways. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 132.76, possibly as low as 130.81. Look for some resistance around 132.25 and look for some support around 131.25. Now the pound US dollar pair continues to move to the upside. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 162.19, possibly as low as 160.53. Look for some resistance around 161.75 and look for some support around 161.05. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed down during this last session, moving sideways overall. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9185, possibly as low as 0.9045. Look for some resistance around 0.9150 and look for some support around 0.9075. Okay, now as far as news announcements go, we actually have a lot of news announcements coming out tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have the gross domestic product for the quarter and the year for the pound being released. For the quarter, they're showing an increase from a negative 0.3% to a positive 0.1%. Year to date, they're showing a slight drop from 0.5% down to 0.3%. Shouldn't be too big of a deal unless those numbers are skewed heavily. Now at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have durable goods orders for March for the U.S. being released. Consensus on that is that it's dropped from 2.2% down to a negative 1.5%, which could be bad news for the U.S. dollar, especially if it comes out worse than that. Then we have a little bit later in the day the FOMC rate decision that's being released at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Consensus is they're going to hold rates at 0.25%. Then we have a little bit later in the day, we have at 2 p.m., we have the U.S. releasing their FOMC projections for the economy and the federal funds rate. We also have at 2:15, Bernanke is going to hold a press conference, so definitely could move the market until we get that news. The markets are going to be most likely very quiet. Now at 5 p.m. Eastern, we have the Reserve Bank of New Zealand releasing their rate decision. Consensus on that is that they're going to hold rates at 2.50%. Now, as far as what I'm looking at during this next session, due to the fact that we are going into a time period where the market should be relatively quiet, I am looking to basically look on the hour chart and look for potentially highs and lows within a range. Basically, we have previous areas of resistance here, and then coming down, we have previous areas of support in this area. So I'm going to look for it to bounce between the 132.05 mark and the 131.84 mark, basically looking for it to zigzag all the rest of this session up until the FOMC announcement. So it's very important. I'm not going to hold anything at the FOMC announcement at noon 30, basically 12:30 p.m. Eastern. But until then, I am going to look to grab trades off of support and resistance as we move down the line. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.